The world is facing a confluence of crises. Wars rage on, casting a long shadow across the globe. The COVID-19 pandemic, though receding, has left its mark on our societies and economies. Technological advancements, particularly in artificial intelligence, are reshaping our lives at an unprecedented pace. These challenges, interconnected and complex, are testing the very fabric of our global order. They are fueling uncertainty, fear, and a sense of unease about the future. The post-Cold War era of relative peace and stability seems like a distant memory. From the battlefields of Ukraine to the bustling streets of our cities, the impact of these crises is being felt by people from all walks of life. The spectre of conflict, economic hardship, and social unrest looms large. It is a time of great peril, but also a time for reflection and action. We must confront these challenges head-on with courage, wisdom, and a commitment to cooperation. The stakes have never been higher. Our collective future hangs in the balance. The war in Ukraine, now in its third year, is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace. It's a tragedy for the people of Ukraine, who are enduring unimaginable suffering. But it is also a crisis with global implications. The conflict has shattered Europe's security architecture, strained relations between Russia and the West, and raised the spectre of nuclear escalation. It has disrupted global supply chains, fueled inflation, and exacerbated food insecurity in vulnerable parts of the world. The war in Ukraine is a wake-up call. It reminds us that conflicts, even in the 21st century, can have devastating consequences that extend far beyond the battlefield. It underscores the urgent need for diplomacy, dialogue, and a renewed commitment to international law. The world cannot afford to stand idly by while Ukraine burns. We must work together to end this conflict, hold those responsible accountable, and prevent future atrocities. The global economy is facing a perfect storm. The COVID-19 pandemic, the war in Ukraine, and ongoing supply chain disruptions have fueled inflation, eroded purchasing power, and slowed economic growth. Central banks around the world are raising interest rates to combat inflation, but these measures risk triggering a recession. Businesses are grappling with rising costs, labor shortages, and economic uncertainty. Consumers are feeling the pinch of higher prices for everything from food to fuel. The economic anxiety is palpable. People are worried about their jobs, their savings, and their future. Governments are under pressure to provide relief, but their options are limited. The path forward is unclear. The global economy is in uncharted territory. Navigating these turbulent waters will require careful coordination, bold action, and a commitment to fairness and equity. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is rapidly transforming our world. From self-driving cars to personalized medicine, AI is revolutionizing industries and changing the way we live, work, and interact with each other. But the AI revolution is not without its challenges. As AI systems become more sophisticated, they are automating tasks previously performed by humans. This is leading to job displacement, particularly in sectors like manufacturing, transportation, and customer service. The rise of AI is raising profound questions about the future of work, the nature of intelligence, and the relationship between humans and machines. It is imperative that we address these questions thoughtfully and ethically. We must invest in education and training programs to prepare workers for the jobs of the future. We must create social safety nets to protect those who are displaced by automation, and we must ensure that AI is developed and deployed in a way that benefits all of humanity. Section 5, A Crisis of Humanity, Displacement and Suffering. The world is witnessing an unprecedented humanitarian crisis. Wars, persecution, and climate change are forcing millions of people to flee their homes, seeking safety and refuge in other countries. The number of refugees and internally displaced persons has reached staggering levels. These vulnerable populations often face discrimination, poverty, and lack of access to basic services. The international community is struggling to cope with the scale of the crisis. Humanitarian aid organizations are overstretched and underfunded. Host countries are grappling with the social and economic challenges of absorbing large numbers of refugees. We cannot turn a blind eye to the suffering of millions. We have a moral obligation to provide humanitarian assistance, protect the rights of refugees, and address the root causes of displacement. Section 6. Education, a beacon of hope in troubled times. In the midst of conflict, displacement, and economic hardship, education offers a beacon of hope. Education empowers individuals, strengthens communities, and builds a more peaceful and prosperous future. Yet millions of children around the world are deprived of their right to education. Wars and disasters disrupt schooling, poverty prevents access, and discrimination excludes marginalized groups. Investing in education, particularly in fragile and conflict-affected settings, is essential for building resilience, fostering social cohesion, and breaking the cycle of poverty and violence. We must prioritize education funding, support teachers, and ensure that all children, regardless of their circumstances, have the opportunity to learn and reach their full potential. Section 7. The power of cooperation, a path to peace. In an interconnected world, our destinies are intertwined. The challenges we face are global in nature, and they demand global solutions. No single nation, however powerful, can solve them alone. Multilateralism, cooperation, and dialogue are essential for addressing complex issues like climate change, pandemics, and armed conflict. We need to strengthen international institutions, uphold the rules-based international order, and foster a spirit of shared responsibility. The alternative, a world of isolationism, nationalism, and zero-sum competition, is a recipe for disaster. We must choose cooperation over conflict, dialogue over division, and shared prosperity over zero-sum games. Section 8. The indomitable spirit, human resilience in the face of adversity. Despite the daunting challenges we face, we must never lose sight of one crucial fact. Humans are remarkably resilient. Throughout history, we have overcome wars, famines, plagues, and natural disasters. The human spirit is capable of extraordinary courage, compassion, and creativity. In the darkest of times, we find strength in our shared humanity, our capacity for love, and our unwavering belief in a better tomorrow. From the rubble of war-torn cities to the front lines of the fight against climate change, ordinary people are doing extraordinary things to make the world a better place. Their stories of resilience, hope, and determination inspire us to keep fighting for a brighter future. Section 9. A vision for a better tomorrow. The challenges we face are real, but so are the opportunities. We have the knowledge, the resources, and the ingenuity to create a more just, equitable, and sustainable world for all. Let us embrace a vision of a world without war, where diplomacy and dialogue prevail. A world where poverty and inequality are eradicated, and everyone has access to education, healthcare, and opportunity. A world where we live in harmony with nature, protecting our planet for future generations. This vision may seem idealistic, but it is not impossible. It requires a fundamental shift in our thinking away from fear and greed towards cooperation and compassion. It demands that we prioritize the well-being of all people, not just a select few. The path forward will not be easy, but it is the only path worth taking. Let us move forward with courage, hope, and an unwavering commitment to building a better future for all.